Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is going in. President Trump is going ham on California mayor for Los Angeles, Karen Bass, over the wildfire response in this really intense meeting. Residents are calling for her to be fired. In fact, not only is Karen Bass of LA about to get fired, we also have Governor Gavin Newsom facing yet another recall campaign. Get this, guys. So after the devastating wildfires that ravaged Southern California, a new recall campaign against Governor Gavin Newsom is actually gaining traction, and activists they're very concerned, and they're gathering the concerns of citizens, and they're operating under this code name savingcalifornia.vote, where they've formally announced their intent to recall Governor Gavin Newsom, citing his mishandling of the wildfires and governance failures. They're calling to fire Governor Gavin Newsom. This is absolutely crazy, guys. And the group held a press conference just Thursday at Kitson in Los Angeles to outline their grievances and to collect the signatures required to kick off the recall process officially. And according to their statement, the recall effort is fueled by Governor Gavin Newsom's gross mismanagement during the catastrophic LA County fires, which they claim were exacerbated by inadequate resources and delayed responses. Folks are pissed, guys. And Donald Trump and Melania Trump made an emergency trip. They took a flight out to California, and they actually sat with LA Mayor Karen Bass, and they went in. Okay. Well, actually, Donald Trump went in. Melania Trump just kind of like watched Donald Trump go in. Hit the like button if you haven't already, guys. Thank you so much for sharing these videos. You guys are absolutely amazing. I love you guys. And I appreciate all the new people who've decided to subscribe to the channel and join us over on our Patreon. You guys are dope. I appreciate that. And this comes on the heels of Pete Hegseth being confirmed just like within hours ago. And let me know, guys, what do you comment Pete Hegseth if you support Pete Hegseth in the comments, guys? I mean, because all 47 Democrats joined 3 Republicans, Senators Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, and Mitch McConnell, in voting against Pete Hegseth. What do y'all say about the Republicans who did not even support their own team? Like, what do you think about those Republicans who voted against Pete Hegseth? Like, is that even right? Like, do we already have like some division in the Republican Party already? So, yeah. So anyway, Pete Hegseth, keep in mind, this is Donald Trump's nominee for Secretary of Defense, guys. And this came in late Friday night after a weeks-long process. But yeah, so Pete Hegseth has been confirmed as Secretary of Defense, despite all of these false allegations that were coming out about Pete Hegseth and his previous relationships, him being a drunk and being an abusive, all this other nonsense. So I'm really happy to hear that all of this is behind him. But yeah, and like, let's not forget about like how Adam Schiff's bump on his head, it's actually sending Trump's shares this hilarious theory. I don't know if I'm going to talk about that one on this video. Let me know if you guys want me to talk about that on today's video. But anyway, we got to talk about Trump going off on the LA mayor. And this is after Trump Trump indicated that Gavin Newsom obviously wants a death wish over the state of California. It's crazy. But before we talk about the California death wish, let's watch. We got to watch what Trump does and says to California, LA, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass. Watch this.
But we are going to move as fast as we can, but we want you to be safe, and we want you to be back in your homes immediately.
But the people are willing to clean out their own debris. It doesn't cost a lot.
Yes, and they can.
You should let them do it, because by the time you hire contractors, it's going to be 2 years.
If a family...
People are willing to get a dumpster and do it themselves and clean it out.
And they can.
There's not that much left. It's all incinerated.
That's right.
And, it's just going to take a long time if you do. You can do some of it, but a lot of these people, I know that guy right there that's talking. I know my people. You'll be on that thing tonight, throwing the stuff away, and your site it'll look perfect within 24 hours, and that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wait around for 7 months till the city hires some demolition contract that's going to charge him $25,000 to do his lot.
Is it me, or is it like Melania Trump is like one of the prettiest ladies that we've ever had in the White House? And even in a simple all black baseball cap with no logo on it. Like, still stunning, right? Like comment down below if you guys disagree or agree with me. But isn't it funny how Trump, he can call out people, Trump can call out residents by face. Like, who can do that? Think about it. Trump is, he's got a lot on his shoulders, right? Businessman, entrepreneur, we get all that. Now president of the United States, but he still remembers individuals in the crowd. He said, hey, I talked to this guy, I talked to that guy. They're willing to do these things. I think it's really funny how this fight or, minor argument almost breaks out between Trump and LA Mayor Karen Bass over how to handle this. But it's funny because she's contradicted later on, because then they admit that they're not even letting residents go back to their homes yet. This is what's really jacked up that they're not talking about. They're talking about how the residents need to get a permit to be able to go back to their house to even attempt to try to clean up. Meanwhile, what are people doing? Not everybody has enough money to stay in these, 4 or 5 star hotels, which are pretty much, those are the only hotels available in certain areas just because it's so high end. Can you imagine spending $400, $500, $600 a night at a hotel? And for 10 days, 20 days, a month, like, this is crazy. And it's like Trump is trying to take immediate action. And some of the immediate action is just permitting residents to be able to handle this problem themselves. And the mayor is handcuffing a lot of the residents and preventing them from even being able to do the work that really she should be able to, that really she should be doing, but they take so long. So Trump is promoting, let the residents fix the problem themselves. They're capable. And you got Karen Bass talking some other nonsense, but it's absolutely crazy, guys.
Yeah. I think you have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because you have a very powerful emergency power, and
yes.
You can do everything within 24 hours.
Yes. And if individuals want to clear out their property, they can.
I love how Trump just calls out. Did y'all see that? Trump calls her out, and he's like, you can do everything in 24 hours. And she's in agreement with Trump, but yet 24 hours has already passed. And what have we seen? We haven't seen anything. Like, what in the world is going on here? It's like they want this dumpster fire.
Well, yes, but you know that you will be able to go back soon.
Mr. President.
You see?
We think within a week.
A week. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about here, guys. Karen Bass over here talking about, oh yeah, LA residents, Los Angeles residents could go back. They can fix the problem. Trump is talking about now. Trump is talking about, you should have done this within 24 hours. And Karen Bass is in agreement, but yet she flip-flops and pulls this chameleon act in front of everybody watching. And now she's talking about, in about a week, who's paying for people to stay in these hotels? Thousands of people have been displaced by these wildfires. Like, who's paying for this? Is Karen Bass going to take it out of her pocket and allow these people to run it up? But see, that's the other thing. It ain't going to come out of Karen Bass's pocket. If anything, it would come out of the Los Angeles budget from the taxpayer money, which is essentially the taxpayer paying for a problem that she could have prevented. That's the thing that's pissed people off.
That's a long time a week. I'll be honest. To me, everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most important thing is for people to be safe.
They're safe.
Well, they're safe, and Trump's about to back me on this one, but they are safe. And here's the other thing: it's the residents' properties. If they put themselves at risk, it's on them. People are not stupid. They're not going to run it. They're not going to run into a house that's on fire. Come on, freaking Karen Bass. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I feel like this lady is like, did she take a play? Did she take what is it? Corinne Jean-Pierre's playbook on gaslighting 101 for the California residents?
Safe.
I mean, come on.
They're safe. They're safe. You know what? They're not safe. They're not safe now. They're going to be much safer. A week is actually a long time, the way I look at it. I watched hundreds of people standing in front of their lots, and they're not allowed to go in. It's all burned. It's gone. It's done. Nothing's going to happen to it. It's not going to burn anymore. There's nothing to burn. There's almost nothing to burn. and they want to go in. The people are all over the place. They're standing, and I say, why aren't you going in? We're trying to get a permit, and the permit's going to take them. Everybody said 18 months. You said 18 months.
18 months? So, first of all, Trump already called out the fact that there's hardly anything else to burn. There's no fire in some of these areas anymore because they already burned everything down to the ash. It's been destroyed completely. Karen Bass over here talking about, oh, you can go back in 10 days. But the truth of the matter is that Trump has already spoke with people who are present watching this current conference, saying that they've been told that it's going to take 18 months to get a permit just to go back to their own house. Are you absolutely freaking out your ever-loving mind?
Months. You said 18 months.
That was last night.
And that was last night.
On that. Right. It was the first time.
Yesterday.
I hope you guys heard that. She's like, we can't even see our homes right now. This is so jacked up. And these people are in the room. They're watching Karen Bass, probably a DEI hire, I don't even know, lie to them in their faces. Melania Trump, she's just trying to be cool. You know, let me not go off on this lady because she's like arm's distance. Melania Trump's like arm's distance away from Karen Bass. She could just like choke her out if she wanted to.
It was the first time.
Yesterday.
Mr. President, we're going to be together next week, and during the interim, many of us are involved in, and Tom McClintock, who you know has been an expert on this for years.
That's right.
We are going to be putting conditions on the money that do two things: require that it be done timely and affordable, and then secondly, that we protect those who will come afterwards. As we speak, there are 6,000 acres burning in my district on the Mexican border. There will be more fires until we include in any disaster relief items which will prevent it or at least mitigate it from happening again. So you're going to see us proposing both of those.
Like water. Little things like
do
water.
that for them.
You know, the party of common sense. See, we're the party of common sense. You're not, in all fairness.
Wow, you gotta love the sarcasm and truth at the same time from the president. Like water. Like, I mean, come on, guys. This is beyond asinine. And this is what's even more embarrassing is this is a known issue that happens year after year in California. It just so happens that this is like the worst year that we've seen this. And Governor Gavin Newsom somehow keeps managing to get reelected term after term. And it's like, dude, who is voting for who's voting for this guy? Like, he keeps getting reelected into the same position only to let the whole state burn down. It's like Trump said, like, Gavin Newsom must have a death wish for the state of California. And the overwhelming majority of geniuses in the state still seem to vote for Nancy Pelosi's nephew. Like, what in the world here, guys? This is like, you want to blame the leaders, but then it's like, hey, the voters played a role too. So what's up with that? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yes, sir.
We like water to put out fires. It's really quite efficient. All right.
Thank you, Mr. President.
He said water is quite efficient. The basics, unbelievable. So that ain't all of it, though, guys.
California. President Trump will make his first presidential trip this week, visiting North Carolina first, then over to California.
Now, just to give you a quick update, guys, Trump already left North Carolina yesterday. He's in California now. So this actually was a couple of days ago, but there's some key points in here that I wanted to share with you guys. You're not going to believe what Trump says about Gavin Newsom here. You got to see this.
As he criticizes state leaders there for mishandling the wildfires.
So, you know, everything was dry and it was an inferno. They created an inferno. So we're demanding that they turn the valve back toward Los Angeles. Why aren't they doing it? They either have a death wish, they're stupid, or there's something else going on that we don't understand. But we want the water that they're throwing away to be used for California.
Wow. He just straight up called him stupid. And I mean, you got to wonder, like, is he stupid? Like, is Gavin Newsom just a complete idiot? Like, why is he like with this known problem, not addressing it preemptively so that it doesn't keep getting worse year over year. There's so much fire technology available that can be used to mitigate these things and preemptively prevent them from starting. It's like prevention is generally way less expensive. It's way less risky than trying to fix a problem after it started. The best solution is to prevent the problem to begin with. It's unbelievable.
This is Democrat Gavin Newsom spends his time Trump-proofing his state, slamming the president over climate executive actions, saying, quote, if you don't believe in science, believe your own damn eyes. Fox News contributor Steve Hilton joins us now. By the way, $50 million for lawyers to get ready to sue back to make sure illegal aliens' rights are kept.
So this guy, Gavin Newsom, and see, this is why, a lot of people are attacking Trump. Why don't Trump just send the money over? Because Gavin Newsom has already proven he doesn't know how to manage money. Democrats have proven to us that they don't know how to manage money. They just waste money. Look at Kamala Harris's campaign, just wasteful. She pulled in like 3 or 4 times the amount of campaign revenue that Trump pulled in, and she still lost badly. They don't know how to use money. They don't know how to use money as a tool like a businessman knows how to use money as a tool. Instead, Gavin Newsom, he's taking taxpayer money that could have been used to be preventing this fire problem, that could have been preemptive in this addressing of the wildfire crisis. They call it a wildfire when it's not really. The fire is raging wildly, yes, but it's not like a traditional wildfire that just starts in the forest. And so you got Gavin Newsom spending $50 billion Trump-proofing California, which really all this means is he wants to use the money to support preventing or permitting the illegal aliens to remain in the state of California and not be evicted, not be deported. He wants to keep allowing Californian taxpayer dollars to fund this illegal activity. I mean, clearly this Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom does not know how to manage money. He's like a child.
Thoughts, Steve, about about climate change, Gavin Newsom's focus in this times of crisis?
Instead of focusing on attacking President Trump, he should be asking for his help, and not in the way that a lot of people are thinking, all the money. Yeah, that's important. But more important is the expertise in 2 specific ways. We got to rebuild Los Angeles. We've got huge events coming. We've got the Soccer World Cup, the Super Bowl, the Olympics. We have a builder as president. Ask for his help. He knows how to do this. We were just talking about drill, baby, drill. We need to build, baby, build in California. Not just rebuilding Los Angeles. We need to build infrastructure. We need to build housing. He knows how to do that. The second thing is, what's holding up things getting built in California? Regulations, insane environmental regulations, labor regulations. Trump knows how to get rid of regulations. We need to do that in California.
Well, he says.
Wow. And it's so true. I mean, think about it. Like, have we ever had a president come into the White House with a construction background? I mean, Trump is responsible for building a lot of the skyscrapers that we see in New York today. I mean, and it's not just New York. He's got properties in Florida. He's got properties in Las Vegas. He's got properties in California. I think he's got properties in Hawaii. And these are just some of the locations that I happen to be aware of. And I didn't do any research. So these are just properties that I happen to observe during our travels. So to not leverage, Trump's ingenuity, it makes you wonder. It's like you're supposed to be the governor of the state. Like, you're in this for yourself at the end of the day. You're not in this for the people. The actions of Governor Gavin Newsom do not display themselves to be that for one who is for the people. He's so worried about how things look, how optics look, that it comes at the expense of the people. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you so much for sharing this video. We'll see you next time.